Don't cry to me if you loved me.
Love Life Liz. Oh, I've just been thinking all day what I'm going to talk about. I guess I could talk about when I lived in New York, which I didn't live in New York City. I lived outside the city. And lived in a small town. What was that small town called? I can't even remember. What was it called? That was so long ago. What was I, 23 when I lived, or 24 when I moved there? My husband, my ex-husband at the time, he was working at UPS Freight and they had a job opening. I'm like, hey, let's go down there. He didn't really want to go, but I really did. So we went down there. He started working. Port Jervis is the name of the city. It's funny because the city was right here. And then, so it was cool, because on one side is Pennsylvania, where you can go get cigarettes for cheap, like, if you live by Missouri, right? So you go to Pennsylvania, you get your cigarettes for cheap. And then I would go to New Jersey, which was like, so I was on the corner right there, so I could go to each, state. It was cool. And I'd go to New Jersey because, when I lived there, well, what year was it when I was 24? Let's see, I don't know. You know math better than me. God. 2012. Got it. No, that's not right. Yeah. Anyway, I'd go to New Jersey because, you're not allowed to pump, I don't know, you probably don't know, but you're not allowed to pump your own gas in New Jersey. Like, they have people standing outside, so when you pull up, they ask you what kind of gas, and then you pay them, and then they do whatever, you give them the money, and I guess at the end, they get tips and stuff, but I didn't always give tips because I was poor, so. But I wouldn't want that job because I'd go there when it's super snowing and they're all standing outside and I get to sit in the car while they're pumping my gas, so that was fabulous. But when I went there because I was hoping to do some really cool modeling jigs that were down there. So we lived in this it was a duplex, and it was a really nice duplex because, God, I had 2 bedrooms and a bath upstairs. Then I had a kitchen, a living room, and a dining room. You guys didn't come visit me there, did you? You should have.
I didn't have any money.
Came, Dad came. So that was cool. So when I got there, I started some websites with some of my pictures on them, and then I would send them to, and I went to a bunch of different modeling agencies. And I did some modeling, and some of them were nude, yes, but, you get paid more for the nude ones than you do for the non-nude ones. And then I would go to New York City, and there's all kinds of crazy stuff going on there. Foot fetish parties, I don't know if you guys know about those. You go to them, I've only been to one, but you go to them, and it's in, somebody's private, I guess, but I guess it was a loft. Somebody's private loft, and, they had these parties, the girls come, and you make sure your feet are nice and pretty, because these guys and girls love to worship your feet. I know it sounds weird, but if you lived in New York City, it's a big thing there. Yeah, that, and they like to have girls poop and pee on them. I know. I couldn't do it. I mean, I never went and actually tried, but I just thought about it before, and I'm like, wow, $100 to $300 to pee on somebody. But I'm thinking that's just so weird that I kept thinking that something bad would probably happen to me if I went somewhere and did that. Like, I mean, they had actual girls that's all they did, and I'm like, yeah, you get in this, if you get in the wrong clique. And I know people have seen movies where it's the underground and girls are doing all kinds of weird shit for money, but I didn't go. The worst thing I did was the foot fetish party, which it wasn't even that bad. You just go in there and they have alcohol and they got other stuff. You could just imagine. It's dark in there and they just have little candles and stuff. So you go in, and then you get comfortable, and then they let the people in. They got to pay to get in, and then they also they have to pay for so many minutes with your feet. Like, they come to you, and they're like, you go into a room, but there's other people in the room too. You're not by yourself. So there's like chair, and a bed, and like other places for other people to sit. And you get comfortable, and you sit there, and they like massage your feet, and you know, I play with your feet. They massage them, and I mean, in the back you could do probably really weird shit, but I never went in the back. I was scared that somebody might be footing somebody. I don't know. I don't even know what that means, but that really happens. And I only did it that one time, and I was like, yeah, I don't think I can do it again. Even though I made probably about $300 or $400 that night, so.
I'll do it.
Because, I mean, after they, like, worship and stuff, they have a bottle of, like, sanitizer, and they actually have to, like, you know, because they were touching them and licking them or whatever they do. And they'd have to clean them so that when the next person came, sometimes you leave your shoes on because they like feet in the high heel. You gotta wear the nice stripper heels. They like that a lot. So I always wore, you know, not always. This was only one time. I wore some high heel stripper shoes. And they are into it. They got some crazy stuff going on down there. I loved it. I thought it was fun going to the city, and I went up in the Eiffel Tower. Really? I went up in the
Empire.
Yeah, I'm thinking the lady with the torch.
Statue of Liberty?
Yeah, I didn't go up in the Statue of Liberty because I think you had to like pay a lot of money to get in there, so I never made it to that. But I went up in the Empire State Building. So high. Oh my God, me and Ashley went. It was fun though. I looked over the side and I was like, oh God. When so many different foods they offer. I mean, you never go anywhere and see like this guy with a cart with food in it. It was just weird because people would just stop there and that's their lunch, you know, hot dogs or whatever. And they got Indian food and Chinese food and Norwegian food and Thai. Oh my God, they had so many different foods. Okay, so I tried Indian food. No, I couldn't do it again because it was so hot or it was so spicy or it tasted like, it didn't taste like cow or pig like they said it was. It tasted different. I don't know if it's because of the seasonings or if maybe it was an animal they couldn't say it was. That reminds me of Christine eating those baby octopi. I know, they look itty bitty thing, look like little baby octopuses, and she just like, nom, nom, nom. I'm like, oh, it was gross.
People eat those all the
And
time.
she just kept eating them. They got them at Hokkaido in Fairview Heights. But what else? I worked at this coin company. I was their graphic designer. Well, I didn't really. All I did was graphic design, like the barcodes, because those are hard. I put the barcodes on there, and I would put the coins in order. And he was like, "Someday you'll be helping me design these coins." All he did was make just different types of coins for like every business or every walk of life that you could think of. He made pretty good money. So that was fun while it lasted because I worked with this lady. I think she was from Germany. And she told me she had a daughter named Ola. And I was like, oh, wow, that's a really pretty name. She's like, here, it's Olga. And I'm like, oh, that's an ugly name. She's like, but no, in Germany it's Ola. And I'm like, well, we should tell people here that so they're not calling people Olga. I just think of like this tall, stout woman with like a apron on with like muffins and shit. Like, I'm Olga with like the mustache and the ugly mole. Yeah. What did we do? We had our first Christmas there, and then it snowed. And you don't even know snow till you lived in New York. Oh my God, like, we couldn't open the door. It was up to my second story. We were trapped in the house for like 3 days. We couldn't get out. Like, I opened the door and I'm like, look, Alex, we can't leave. You just look out and people cannot leave their house. That's how bad it is. I remember trying to drive in New York, and it has so many hills and mountains. They're everywhere. So I'm driving, and it just starts snowing I was at the Walmart at the next town because they didn't have a Walmart where we lived, of course. So it was like 30 minutes down this way. So I start snowing, and then I get on the highway, and by the time I get halfway to my house, it's already like 2 feet tall on the roads. There ain't no trucks out, and I'm in my little itty bitty car. Which car was I in? Like the smallest car ever. What did I have when I was with him? Not the Geo Metro. Well, not that car, but it was a little bitty car, kind of like it, like, maybe it was a Hyundai or something, but I'm trying to drive in the snow, I'm like, and we're trying to hit piles of snow, so we had to stay there and wait. People were all stuck on the road, we're just chilling on the road. It was awful, because it's cold. Finally, they came by and started trying to clear it up. We were out on the road for like, let's say an hour trip, took us like 5 hours. It was awful. But I mean, it was good sledding if you could get out of your house. I couldn't believe that snow. I'm like, oh, it's going to snow, no big deal. You know, I didn't look, you know, I didn't, like, look online and be like, well, how's the snow in New York? I never even thought about it because I've never lived on the East Coast. Let's see. What else did I do was there? I actually got a job at Smiley's and Pumps. That's in New Jersey. And those are 2 go-go bars that I worked at. So I was a go-go girl for a little while. If you guys don't know what a go-go girl is, I'll explain it to you. A go-go girl does not get nude. She does dance on a pole and on a stage. But she doesn't get nude. She wears little flirty outfits that cover her top and her bottom parts. So kind of like a swimsuit, but you could wear lingerie or anything like that. And you would just dance in the middle of the bar. And so no one can reach up and touch you. It's not like when you go to a strip club and the girl sits down beside you and puts her legs on your shoulders. Yeah, there's none of that going on. Maybe when they get a private dance, but I don't know for sure. I didn't do private dances, so. But then you'd go around and talk to everybody and they would give you, you know, tips or whatever, so. But, I mean, it's not the best job. But you could, on a good day, you could make $300 to $600 a night, so. $300 to $600, not $3, $600. I worked with some crazy people. Like, I had to quit one because this guy was like, if you don't do this to me, I'm going to fire you. So I was like, I'll save you the trouble and I'm going to quit right now. Yeah. And you met all kinds of people, all kinds of walks of life. They want to tell you their whole story, and I had to quit there too because this guy would come all the time and be like, I'm in love with you, come to my house, I'll make you dinner. And I'm like, I just want to be like, I only like you because you give me money and buy me free drinks. That's the only people, the guys don't understand that. The girls are there, it's your fantasy whatever, you know what I mean? It's not, hey, come find a wife at this strip club, you know what I mean? It's just, I mean, I guess some people, they think that in their mind, that, oh my God, this girl must really like me. Well, if we keep handing her 5s and 10s and buying her all these drinks, yeah, she's gonna like you, but not forever. Just until you leave. Then when you leave, then she'll find another guy that's gonna do the same thing. Okay, well, this guy was trying to record a movie, and of course I found him on Craigslist. You guys know about that. He's like, low budget film, you'll get paid, you know, $200 or $300 for doing it. And I'm like, alright, as long as I don't have to, you know, do any porno stuff, it'll be good. So, but I did like 2 of them, so. And the first one was in this girl's apartment. It's so small, like, the bathroom, kitchen, bedroom, that's it. Like, there's no living room, it's so little. And he just had us, I was like the super Asian character. I don't remember what my name was. And the other one was the black lady. And like we were fighting, like we were vigilantes. And so we had these little bitty outfits on, and we'd go in and we'd say our lines, and then we'd wrestle around. And I guess that was the whole, look, 2 girls are wrestling with each other.
In lingerie.
In lingerie. So, and the girl I did it with was really fun. She was a sweetheart. And it was her boyfriend who was making these videos and putting them online. He's like, people are going to love this. Like vigilantes and fighting people. And I think I got tied up one time and she was pretending to whip me with the belt. And this was in the bad part of town, and I was scared when this guy's apartment. I was like, man, I do some crazy shit. Like, I probably should have got shot or robbed at some point in time. But I was really lucky. Yeah, God, what was the name of those videos? It's so long ago. They're online forever. I was, like, hoping no one would watch them. I wasn't the best actress. I'm gonna say, well, I had a mask and the little pink jumpsuit on, so it was weird. That we always had to pretend to fight. I don't know if it looked like real fighting to me. It didn't look like real fighting, but it was fun. And it was like, I got $300, but I mean, it wasn't even that long, so, you know, you can make good money. I just wish I could have been like a real actress. That would have been awesome. Or a supermodel. I wasn't tall enough to be a supermodel. You gotta be like 6 foot and weigh 1 pound. And that's about it. You can't have no boobs or ass. They don't make clothes for that. Unless you go to J-Lo and, you know, fashion shows is all super skinny girls. I mean, good for them. I'm glad, but I'm 5'3", so. I did so many photo shoots. That was fun. But now, I barely ever take pictures of myself, selfies or anything like that. I don't think that. I was just so pretty before, I don't know what happened. Some people are like, that wasn't, I show them pictures of me, and they're like, that's not you, and I'm like, you're right. I'm going to show you a random girl that's not me. This is someone else who does that. Except for when that one girl somebody stole my photo off the internet, and pretended to, and made like an account, and was trying to hit on guys on my picture. Because somebody was seeing it, and they were like, is this you? And I'm like, yeah, and I'm like, I don't have an account on that site. And I was writing the company like, this isn't me. You need to have it taken care of, you know? So fucking weird. Like, and then once you meet them, if you're not that person, then isn't that a little weird? Come on. You show up and you're like 200 pounds with one eye. I don't get it. Okay, that was you a long time ago. Like, I lost my eyeball. Oh my God. Oh. I was trying to get back home, and I missed the train, which sucked, so it was like 5 in the morning. So I had to sleep outside the train station on the ground till the next day so I could get on the train. That was sucked, because it was kind of cold. I mean, people kept driving by saying, you could just hang out with us till you... No. Don't go off with strangers. Believe me, do not go off with strangers. I've gotten lucky. Stay away from strangers and strange men, especially ones with really super nice cars that pull up, because they can make you disappear. All it takes is some money and some cleanup crew, like in Sons of Anarchy. They call him the cleaner. He just comes, measures the body, and then when he leaves, they're like, "Is she gone?" They're like, "Who?" It's just a lifestyle, you know what I mean? And I just did it for a little while because it was really good money. But then after that, I did the coin thing, and then what else did I do? I just saved the money that I already made. And then my ex wanted to come home. He missed his mom, so we came back here. Alright guys, love, life, and Liz. Check out all my other videos. They're awesome. Awesome. And like and subscribe, comment, and I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.